To secure peace, she wed a human, only to see him battle like a god of war. Sarava Vaughn pressed her stylus to the treaty holopad. The marriage clause glowed green under her clawtip. "Captain Daniel Mercer," she declared. Her voice cut through the chamber's hum. Diplomats from 3 species leaned forward. "Human infantry officer, coalition serial H-4782. He binds to me as peace bride." Consul Ilix Sorn nodded from the head table. His frilled crest rippled approval. "The clause seals, peace holds, signatures cascade to all sectors." Sarava lifted her stylus. The pad chimed finality. No war, no separatists carving her homeworld, just a human groom she'd never met. Her aide Lyra tapped her calm. "Shuttle docks in 30. Shall I prepare the vow chamber?" Sarava stood. "No, meet him at the port." "Formal vows there, public feed. Let the treaty breathe." Lyra's eyes widened. "Dockside, amid cargo drones?" "Exactly." Sarava smoothed her diplomatic robes. Humans valued bluntness. Time to test it. The shuttle hatch hissed open at Bay 17. Captain Mercer stepped out first, boots thudding on alloy decking. Broad shoulders filled his fatigues. A pulse rifle slung across his back like an afterthought. Sarava waited at the ramp's base, flanked by honor guard. Cameras whirred from orbital feeds. "Captain Mercer," she extended a clawed hand, palm up in Voran greeting. "Lady Sarava Vaughn, your bride by treaty." He gripped her forearm firm, no hesitation. His skin felt warm, calloused. "Captain Daniel Mercer heard about the clause. Didn't sign up for rings, but orders are orders." Her crest twitched direct. "Vows now, public solidifies peace." Mercer glanced at the hovering drones. His jaw tightened. "Here, in the open," she signaled the efficient drone. It hummed forward, projecting the vow matrix. "Tradition demands witnesses, yours or ours." He unslung his rifle, propped it against a crate. "Fine, but my gear stays in reach." Sarava's guard stiffened. One hissed, "Weapons at ceremony." Mercer ignored them. He stepped into the matrix glow. "Let's get it done." The drone intoned, "By treaty bond, affirm loyalty, Sarava Vaughn." "I affirm." She placed her claw in the scanner, light pulsed. "Daniel Mercer." "Affirm." His palm slapped down, the matrix locked with a chime. Feeds exploded with cheers across the net. Sarava exhaled. Peace sealed, Mercer retrieved his rifle. "That it, we done?" "Not yet." She turned toward the palace shuttle. "We negotiate boundaries, now." He boarded behind her, rifle across knees. The craft lifted smooth. Sarava activated the secure hololink. Treaty addendum scrolled. "Escort protocols, your humans need clearance." Mercer leaned in. "My company deploys groundside, full kit, rifles, drones, heavies, no restrictions." Her crest flared. "Coalition limits arms in palace zones, symbolic peace." He met her gaze, gray eyes steady. "Peace needs teeth." "Separatists probe edges. I need authority, me and my platoon. Full escort rights, treaty embedded." The shuttle banked toward the spires. Sarava tapped the pad. "Risks escalation." "Risk is them hitting first." He pulled a data chit. "My op plan, perimeter drills only. But if Grask Ool's dogs breach, we hold line." She scanned it. Human doctrine, layered fire, rapid maneuver, efficient, ruthless. "Marshal Ral approves." "Ral's navy, grounds mine." Mercer's voice dropped. "Lady, you picked me for this, trust the pick." Sarava hesitated. Politics screamed caution, but his calm. It matched the clause's intent. She keyed approval. "Embedded, your platoon gets palace access. Armed." The holopad pinged acceptance. Treaty updated. "Good." He slung his rifle. Boundaries set. The shuttle touched down at Palace East Gate. Sarava led him out. Crowds lined the Grand Causeway. Nobles, aides, pressed drones. Marshal Keth Ral waited at the arch, crest high. "Lady Vaughn, the human arrives." Sarava nodded. "Captain Mercer, Marshal Ral, coalition ground lead." Ral eyed the rifle. "Weapons in procession, protocol, new clause." Sarava cut him off. Her voice rang clear. "Captain's escort authority, treaty embedded," nobles murmured. A voice rose from the line, Consul Ilix's rival, Lord Vexar. "A savage armed in our halls." "This mockery shames the peace." Heads turned, drones zoomed. Sarava stepped forward, blocking Mercer's path with her body, protocol shield. "Lord Vexar, Article 47, Peace Bride's consort holds rank equivalent. Challenge him, challenge me." Vexar sputtered, frills quivering. "But silence or withdraw." She invoked the right, claws flashing the seal gesture. Tradition bound him. Vexar bowed stiff, retreating. Mercer hadn't flinched. His hand rested easy on rifle stock. "Appreciate the cover." "Politics." She resumed walk, guards parting. "You'd have handled it." Diplomacy's your ground. He matched her stride. Mine's the dirt. They entered the palace vault. Crystal walls hummed with shield fields. Sarava's quarters loomed ahead, now theirs. Inside, she keyed the door seal. Your platoon billets next wing. Drills at dawn. Mercer dropped his pack, inspected the room, 2 beds, human-scale adjustments already fitted. Works. One ask, keep feeds honest, no edits on my ops. She tilted her head. Why? Trust builds on truth. He met her eyes. Aliens see us fight, they know we mean peace. Sarava paused. Humans didn't boast, they just did. Her crest warmed. Agreed. A comm buzzed. Lyra's voice. Lady orbital scan, separatist probes at border, Grask-Ul's signature. Sarava's claws tightened. Peace tested already. Mercer checked his rifle charge. My company's geared, say the word. Not yet, she faced him, but stand ready, he nodded. Always. The chamber door sealed them in, treaty bride and soldier groom, war whispered at the gates. Sarava watched him calibrate his sidearm. Calm hands, precise. What had she bound herself to? The answer clicked home as alarms flickered red. Probes weren't feints. Grask moved. Captain, her voice sharpened. Gear up. Mercer was already moving. On it, lady. Peace held by a thread and his gun. Sarava's claws gripped Mercer's arm. She pulled him forward into the procession's lead. Left side, Captain, honor position. Her voice cut through the crowd's hum. Crest feathers flared bright under the plaza's glow orbs. Mercer matched her stride. Dress uniform itched, but his sidearm rode easy at his hip. Coalition banners snapped overhead. Human flags flanked alien ones, red stripes bold against iridescent scales. Thousands lined the route, diplomats, troops, civilians betting on peace. He scanned rooftops. Clear. For now, Sarava waved to the throng. Cheers swelled. Her scales shimmered treaty gold. Smile, husband, they eat optics. Mercer nodded, kept eyes moving. His platoon shadowed 50 meters back, mixed with Keth Ral's guards. Marshal Ral marched rigid, eyes on protocol. A low rumble shook the stones. Mercer tensed. Plaza center erupted. Fireball bloomed from a sewer grate. Shrapnel screamed. Screams followed. Sarava staggered. Ambush! Small arms fire cracked from alleys. Bolts sizzled air. Coalition troops dove. Civilians trampled. Mercer yanked Sarava down, tackled her behind a toppled float cart. Stone chips pinged off his shoulder plate. Stay low! He pinned her with one arm, drew his rifle one-handed. Sighted first shooter, insurgent on a balcony, plasma rifle spitting. Crack. Mercer's shot punched through the alien's chest. Body tumbled. Sarava clawed dirt. Mercer! Quiet. He rolled her tighter against the cart's wheel. Threats north and east. Guards. Nearby, Keth Ral's squad froze, blasted wildly. Bolts scorched walls, missed targets. Mercer barked over the din. Sergeant, flank left, suppress balcony 2. You cover the diplomat, fire on my mark. Guards blinked, hesitated. Ral snarled. Captain, protocol. Protocol's dead. Mercer snapped. Move or die, one guard obeyed. Dropped prone, laid fire on the alley mouth. Ral's eyes widened. He signaled his squad forward. Sarava pressed against Mercer's side, her breath hitched. You command them. Leading now. Mercer thumbed his visor HUD, tagged 3 hostiles, red blips pulsing. Target Alpha rooftop, Beta sewer grate, Gamma speeder skid. Guards echoed his calls, rifles barked in sync. Mercer rose to a knee, fired twice. Alpha dropped, he shifted, stitched the sewer. Gamma's speeder flipped, crashed in flames. Fire slackened. Cheers turned to wails. Push corridor. Mercer hauled Sarava up, rifle ready. Ral, diamond on the lady, my platoon, wedge front. His humans sprinted in, formed the point without a word. Aliens slotted behind, mirroring. Sarava ran at his shoulder, claws flexed. Grask's work, separatists. Doesn't matter. Mercer cleared a side street. Extraction's palace vaults, 2 blocks. Another blast rocked ahead. Insurgents poured from a side plaza, 20 armed heavy. Warlord Grask-Ul loomed at their rear, massive frame barking orders. His tusks gleamed. Ral cursed. They hold the square, we're pinned. Mercer didn't flinch. Flankers left, suppress center, we punch. He marked Grask's heavies. Grenades on my 0. Guards prepped launchers. Sarava's eyes locked on him. No fear, trust. 0, Mercer counted. Explosions ripped the insurgent line. Gaps opened. Charge! His platoon surged. Mercer led, rifle cycling precise bursts. Dropped 2 rushers point blank. An insurgent lunged at Sarava. Mercer pivoted. Buttstroke cracked its skull. Stepped over the body. Ral matched pace. Blasted a flanker. Humans fight like demons. Standard drill. Mercer covered a wounded guard. Keep tight. They hit the square's edge. Grask roared defiance. His plasma cannon swiveled. Mercer dove, tackled Sarava clear. Cannon bolt vaporized pavement. Suppress him. Mercer rolled up, emplaced his rifle on a crate, squeezed off controlled pairs. Grask jerked, clutched his shoulder. Cannon fell silent. Insurgents wavered, broke. Coalition fire mowed them down. Mercer waved forward. Clear to vaults, move. The group funneled into the palace underpass. Doors sealed behind. Medics swarmed. Sarava leaned on him, scales dulled with dust. You turned chaos to order. Mercer checked her for wounds, none. Job 1, protect the treaty. Ral approached, crest low. Captain Mercer. Your doctrine saved us. I misjudged human ground teams. Mercer slung his rifle. We adapt. You held the line. Good work. Sarava's hand found his, claws light. Captain, he met her gaze, pulse steady, her crest flushed. Alarms wailed anew. Orbital feeds crackled on vault screens, separatist dropships inbound. Grask had escaped. War spread. Mercer racked a fresh mag. Gear check, they're not done. Sarava nodded, stood taller at his side, peace forged in fire and his calm. Consul Illick's Sorn burst in. Lady. The treaty holds, Sarava's voice rang. Mercer's edge. Illick's blinked at the bloodied procession. At Mercer, reloading like it was drill. Mercer ignored him, eyes on the screens, dropships closing. Platoon, positions, they moved as one. Human grit, alien steel. War's first test passed, but Grask plotted more. Sarava seized the vault console, her claws clicked keys, orbital feeds flipped to her face. Billions watched across the coalition worlds, dust streaked her scales. Blood flecked her robes, she straightened. People of the coalition, the treaty stands. Grask's cowards struck our palace, they failed. Her crest flared high. Captain Mercer and our forces held, our marriage seals this peace, it endures. Screens behind her showed the chaos, smoking craters, Mercer directing fire teams. Cheers erupted from feeds, then static as dropships pierced atmosphere. Her hand tightened on the edge. Illick's Sorn gaped beside her. Lady, the channels, quiet. She cut the stream, turned to Mercer. He reloaded without pause, eyes on tactical overlays. Platoon prepped positions. Human calm amid alien flinch. Ral nodded approval, crest steady now. Captain. Her voice cut through alarms. Build a security detachment, mixed species, your command. Mercer slung his rifle, met her gaze. Numbers, 50. Coalition volunteers, arm them your way. He nodded once, no questions. Ral, you're best for integration. The marshal crested high. Agreed, humans fight differently. Sarava watched them move. Mercer's platoon fanned out, sealing vault bulkheads. Aliens mimicked, clumsy at first. Her husband issued orders, short, precise. No waste. Illick's hovered. Lady, the court advises delay, factions stir. She ignored him, tapped her wrist comm. Mobilize palace guard to Mercer's spec. Now. Hours blurred, dropships burned in orbit, coalition interceptors claimed them. Grask's raid stalled, vault secured. Sarava authorized supply drops, human standard gear, rifles, vests, no alien finery, dawn broke. Mercer assembled the detachment in the palace yard. Sarava observed from the ramparts. 50 souls, humans sparse, aliens dominant. Keth Ral's guards, Illick's picks, all eyed Mercer warily. Form up! Mercer's voice cracked like whip. They scrambled into lines too tight, clustered like old formations. He paced, rifle low. Spacing, 5 meters, now! Aliens shifted, crests twitched. One grumbled in Voron. Humans bunch in cover, we hold phalanx. Mercer fired a burst into dirt, dust exploded. Phalanx dies to grenades, spread, fire and maneuver. He demonstrated, dropped prone, rolled, fired dry at targets, rose, advanced, seamless, aliens stared. Sarava's pulse quickened. His form efficient, lethal, no flare. Pairs, he grabbed Ral's arm guard, positioned him. Cover bound forward, switch. The drill ignited. Mercer drove them, sprints across broken ground, bounding overwatch. Grenade sims popping, aliens dove late, scales scraping stone. Faster, enemy closes gap. One Voron collapsed, heaving. Impossible pace. Mercer knelt, offered water. Breathe deep, adapt, we all do. Ral joined, forced his troops wider. They synced, haltingly. Human grit pulled aliens along. Sarava descended. Claws scraped stone steps. Mercer spotted her first, saluted crisp. Detachment forming, ma'am. She scanned them, sweat-slick scales, human stoics grinning faint. Effective, learning. His eyes held hers. Warmth beneath fatigue, her crest flushed. She touched his arm, brief, electric. Push harder, Grask returns. Illick's intercepted her in the command chamber. Parchment scrolled his pad, delay orders from court. Lady Sarava, Central Synod holds mobilization. Factions need time. Sign this, she snatched it, claws tore foil. No, his frills quivered. The marriage buys peace, rush to war shatters optics. Sarava's gaze hardened. Screens showed Mercer's drill, detachment now flowed like water. Aliens adopted human spacing. Ral barked approval. Her husband's methods worked. Court comfort, fragile lies, she pulled her seal, stamped mobilization writs. Captain Mercer commands forward elements, coalition moves. Ilix recoiled. Treason to protocol, treason is delay. She activated comms. All units full alert. Detachments deployed a perimeter. Mercer's doctrine. Vault doors hissed open. Detachment streamed past, united, Mercer at point. He paused for her, hand extended, she took it. Scales to skin, warm, steady. Outside, patrols fanned wide, no clusters. Grask scouts probed, picked off at range. Sarava watched feeds. Ilix fled to channels, whispering delays. Ral crested triumph. Human spacing saves lives. Mercer's voice crackled. Contact East Ridge, light infantry, suppress and flank. Aliens moved with humans now. Fire disciplined, enemy broke. Sarava's hand lingered in his. Peace. No, survival. His calm rewrote her world. Alarms spiked. Grask's voice boomed from captured dropship. Treaty breakers, we shatter the bride's farce. Sarava smiled, chose. Mercer, lead them. He squeezed her hand. Yes, ma'am. Detachment surged. Her court balked. She stood firm, husband's edge over politics. War demanded truth. Dropship contrails scarred sky. Grask's main force landed. Mercer signaled advance. Sarava gripped her console, watched her choice ignite. The detachment hit the ridge at speed. Aliens bounded with humans spacing perfect. Enemy lines buckled under crossfire. Ral's voice, they shatter. Mercer pushed center. Rifle barked controlled. Insurgents fell. Grask's banner wavered. Sarava's crest burned pride. Marriage real now, forged in his fire, but Grask rallied heavies. Vault screens zoomed, walkers inbound, Mercer's comm held. RPGs up target joints. Explosions rocked feeds, walkers toppled. Aliens cheered. Ilix burst in again. Lady Synod recalls, she silenced him. Eyes on Mercer, her soldier, her edge. Send Synod my seal, full war footing. He bowed out, defeated. Sarava turned to screens. Mercer's team closed on Grask. Victory edged near. Her heart raced, not fear, trust. Grask's final stand loomed. Mercer waved forward. Detachment charged as one. Human methods, alien steel, her choice. Explosions lit the ridge. Feeds cut to static, then Mercer's voice, ridge secure, Grask pinned. Sarava exhaled, stood, marriage alive, peace through his competence, but orbital scans pinged, reinforcements. Grask's fleet, war widened, she keyed comms. Captain hold, Synod yields, his reply steady, copy, we adapt. Her claws traced wedding band, human steel. Real now, court comfort crumbled. His ways won. Explosions ripped the air ahead. Sarava's command skimmer bucked as shrapnel pinged its hull. Alarms wailed. The convoy ground to a halt in the narrow pass, 20 vehicles strung out like bait. Comms down, yelled her driver, a burly Zethari sergeant. Jammers active, we're blind. Sarava slammed her harness release. She stood in the cramped command bay, screens flickering with static. Outside, through the armored slit windows, dust choked the canyon. Grask's fighters had lured them perfectly, mapped kill zone, just as intel warned. Her claws dug into the console. This was coalition doctrine she demanded to witness. Now it tested her. Captain Mercer vaulted from his lead APC, rifle slung easy across his chest. No hesitation. He strode forward, straight into the mine's stretch. Boots crunched gravel like he crossed a hangar deck. Sarava's breath caught. Madness, he'll trigger. A muffled crump shook the ground. Dirt fountain 20 meters left. Mine, Mercer's squad froze behind cover. He didn't flinch, just raised a fist. Paused. Lowered it slow, one finger extended, then two. Hand signals, silent command, her crest flared hot. Humans treated death like routine. Marshal Ral barked from the rear skimmer feed, audio only grainy. Mercer, regroup, mines will shred your line. Mercer ignored him, crouched low. Probed ahead with his rifle barrel tap, shift tap. Safe. He waved his platoon forward. One by one they threaded the gap. Aliens in the mix, Zethari heavies with plasma lances, Krell scouts with vibro claws mirrored his comm. Human spacing, perfect bounds. Sarava keyed her local net. Captain, report, that's no doctrine, that's suicide probe. His voice crackled through, steady as ever. Standard EOD, Lady Vaughn, we map as we go, flankers, hold alpha, push beta on my mark. Another mine popped, right flank. A Zethari gunner yelped, leg shredded. Mercer spun, dragged him back one-handed, applied tourniquet in seconds. No pause, signaled medic, pushed on. Grask's ambush line opened up. Bolters chattered from ridge nests. Rock chips flew. Sarava's skimmer rocked under hits. She dropped low, heart pounding. Her wedding band, human steel, bit into her palm. This man, her husband by treaty, walking fire for a peace. Raoul's voice again frantic. Pull back, coalition order. Negative, Marshal. Mercer's tone cut clean. We own the lane. Infantry double time, suppress those nests. His platoon surged. Humans low-crawled, aliens bounded high, plasma arcs melting enemy cover. Mercer hit the ridge base first. Grenade out, nest silenced. He rolled left, rifle barking precise, 3 shots, 3 downs, no waste. Sarava watched the tactical overlay stabilize. Her insistence had put her here, front row to human pragmatism. Court politics paled. Aliens schemed in Synod halls. Humans, they ended threats. Flank teams converge. Mercer's signal swept wide. Half his force peeled right through a wadi she hadn't spotted. They vanished into smoke. Grask's line buckled. Fighters poured from caves, tusked brutes with chain axes, heavies in exorigs. Rally cry echoed. But Mercer's flankers hit their rear. Vibroblades met bolter fire. Aliens cheered as Krell tore into the melee, but humans set the tempo. Controlled bursts, no overreach. Sarava's driver gunned the skimmer forward. Lady, we join? She nodded sharp. Follow Mercer's markers, witness ends in victory. They rolled into the cleared lane. Mines marked by chemstakes, human quick-think. Her bay screens locked on Mercer. He stood amid the dead, rifle scanning. Captured a Grask Heavy's rig, massive plasma cannon, slung it easy over his shoulder like a toy. Grask's Heavy's pinned, he called local net. Squads consolidate gear, we push ridge. Raoul's skimmer braked beside hers. The marshal stormed out, crest dimmed. Captain, you bypassed protocol, walked mines, flanked without clear. Mercer turned, face smudged, eyes level. Protocol adapts, Marshal. Your walkers cover high ground, we take low. Gear haul 3 cannons, 2 exorigs, yours now. Raoul stared at the captured tech, claws flexed. You, treat this as drill? Every patrol, sir. Mercer shouldered past, waved his platoon. They flowed uphill, aliens integrating seamless, hauling loot. Sarava stepped out, dust settled, bodies cooled. Her robes caught the wind, diplomat amid carnage. She approached Mercer. He knelt, checking a wounded insurgent's bindings. Captain, her voice held steady. Claws brushed his arm, first real touch since vows. You walked that field, no fear. He glanced up, wiped sweat. Trained for it, lady, counts breaths, not risks. Stood, offered hand, grimed steady, she took it. Human grip, firm, warm, Grask's fighters broke. Banners fell. A runner fled, orbital scans would track him. Victory here secured the pass. But Sarava's console pinged, fleet signatures inbound, reinforcements. War widened. Raoul joined them, hefting a captured cannon. Human doctrine, it binds, my walkers stand ready. Mercer nodded. Good. We force land on that ridge, signal advance. Sarava gripped her console as the detachment hit speed. Aliens bounded with humans spacing perfect. Her choice ignited. Enemy lines buckled under crossfire. Raoul's voice boomed. They shatter. Mercer pushed center. Rifle barked controlled. Insurgents fell. Grask's banner wavered. Her crest burned pride. Marriage real now, forged in his fire. But Grask rallied heavies. Vault screens zoomed. Walkers inbound. Mercer's comm held. RPGs up, target joints. Explosions rocked feeds. Walkers toppled. Aliens cheered. Consul Ilix burst into her skimmer bay, link feed frantic. Lady, Synod recalls. She silenced him with a claw, eyes locked on Mercer, her soldier, her edge. Send Synod my seal, full war footing. He bowed out, defeated. Sarava turned to screens. Mercer's team closed on Grask. Victory edged near. Her heart raced, not fear, trust. Grask's final stand loomed. Mercer waved forward. Detachment charged as one. Human methods. Alien steel. Explosions lit the ridge. Feeds cut to static. Then Mercer's voice. Ridge secure. Grask pinned. Sarava exhaled, stood, but orbital scans pinged, reinforcements. Grask's fleet, she keyed comms. Captain hold, Synod yields, his reply steady. Copy, we adapt. Her claws traced the wedding band, court comfort crumbled, his ways won. Mercer crouched amid the ridge rocks, squad fanning out. Grask's pocket shrank, pinned by crossfire. Captured gear smoked beside him, exorigs stripped for parts, cannons repurposed. Sarava's skimmer crested the rise. She exited, robes whipping. Ral flanked her, eyes wide at the hall. "Impressive, Captain," Ral rumbled. "Your infantry, unbreakable." Mercer reloaded, calm. "Team effort, Marshal. Your lances melted their heavies." Sarava stepped closer, watched him work, methodical, no boast. Humans humble in triumph. Her pulse quickened. Treaty bride no more, partner now. Ilix's face flickered on her wrist pad. "Lady factions stir, recall. Quiet, Consul." She cut the link. "Mercer, fleet inbound, we hold." He met her gaze, first time direct, unarmored. "We hold, adapt together." She nodded, claws linked his fingers. Steel met scale. Grask's last roar echoed below. Coalition closed in, peace. Through competence, theirs, but fleet shadows grew. War demanded more, her husband rose to it. Explosions rocked the trench line. Mercer vaulted the sandbag wall, boots sinking into churned mud. Alien troops scattered, Cathari lancers indented exorigs, their scales cracked and plasma rifles smoking. A sergeant clutched a gash across his chest plate, mandibles clicking in panic. "Captain Mercer," the sergeant rasped in broken coalition standard. "Platoon gone, half dead, Grask shocked troops." Mercer scanned the sector, bodies piled at the breach point. Enemy flares lit the night sky. He keyed his squad comm. "Alpha team on me." "Secure flanks." To the sergeant, "You're with me, assign sectors now." The alien blinked compound eyes. "Sectors, line broken, impossible hold." Mercer ignored the whine. He grabbed a fallen lance rifle, longer barrel, alien balance, and pointed. "You four, left curve, interlocking fire. Cover that crater. You two, right angle, grenades only on my mark. Rest, reload, and stack ammo here." He tapped the central revetment. "Clear," muttering rippled through the survivors. They moved, slow at first, then snapping into position. Mercer's 10 humans filtered in behind, rifles up, no chatter. Sarava's voice cut his helmet feed. "Captain, Synod Command relays your position. Hold the ridge or lose the flank." "Copy, Lady Vaughn." Mercer sighted down the trench. "We're holding." Grask's assault hit like thunder. Shocked troops boiled over the outer lip, hulking brutes in spiked harnesses, vibro axes whirring, slug throwers barking. They poured through the breach, 2 meters wide, trampling Cathari dead. "Contact!" Mercer's rifle cracked first. Headshot on the lead brute. It toppled, tripping 2 more. Aliens fired wild. Lances scorched the air but missed half their marks. Grask's troops gained the trench floor, axes cleaving exorigs. Mercer rolled left, bayonet out. "Flankers suppress, center push." His humans moved like water, 2 squads peeling off, enfilading the breach from assigned sectors. Grenades arced perfect, thudding into the crush. Brutes exploded in gouts of armor shards. The Cathari sergeant hesitated, then roared. His lance pierced a brute's thigh joint. It screamed, scale to scale. Mercer charged the trench corner. Knife work now. He ducked an axe swing, drove his bayonet into the brute's knee servo. It buckled, his pistol finished it, 2 to the visor. "Corner clear," he yelled. "Next." Humans flowed past, rifles barking point blank. No yells, just controlled bursts. Brutes faltered, axes swinging at shadows. Sarava's skimmer hummed overhead. She dropped beside the revetment, robes tucked, sidearm drawn, claws gripped the edge. "Mercer, they're massing for second wave." He glanced up, her scales gleamed under flare light, wedding band catching sparks. No fear in her stance. Good. "Cover fire, love." He tossed her a spare mag. "We seal this." She slotted it, fired, precise bursts dropping a brute mid-leap. "Sealed how?" "Corner to corner." Mercer keyed squad net. "Fire teams, peel and stack, we sweep." They reversed the trench like clockwork. Humans led, Cathari followed. Mercer's team cleared left fork first. Grenades soft tossing into bunkers, rifles mopping remnants. Brutes broke, axes useless in the kill funnel. Ral dropped in from the right, his marshal's rig scarred. "Captain, Synod feeds show breach widening." "Reinforcements inbound." Mercer didn't break stride. Bayonet red, he gutted a brute lunging from a side trench. "Not anymore." They hit the right corner. Last brutes clustered, vibro axes revving. Mercer waved forward. "Suppress!" Lances and rifles pinned them. He flanked solo, slid under a swing, severed hamstrings. Humans finished the rest. Breach sealed. Enemy pockets smoked. Silence fell, broken by groans. Mercer's squad policed brass, checked aliens. Ral stared at the carnage, bodies stacked 3 deep. Impossible. Grask shocked troops unbreakable in close. You cleared corner to corner, no losses. Mercer wiped his blade. "Team effort, Marshal, your lances pinned him perfect." Sarava holstered her pistol, claws brushing his arm. Pulse quick under scales, he felt it. Her eyes locked his. You treat slaughter like drill. Tuesday, he said, flat, reloaded. Her mandibles parted, a laugh. Ral rumbled awe. Cathari survivors saluted, rigs thumping. Com buzzed, Ilix's face on Sarava's pad. Lady Vaughn, victory broadcast ready. Pose with the breach, rally the synod. Mercer keyed open channel. Negative console, no broadcasts. Silence. Then, Captain, this seals the treaty image. Fortifications first. Mercer cut in. Squads upgrade now, double revetments, dragon's teeth at breach. Cathari lance nests elevated. Move. Humans grabbed entrenching tools. Aliens joined, hauling alien steel plates. Ral nodded sharp. As you say. Sarava fell in beside Mercer, shovel biting mud. Broadcast would bind factions. Ilix insists. He met her gaze, dirt-streaked face, scales dusted. Beautiful in the work-light. Images lie, competence holds peace. He pressed a spare tool into her claws. Dig in with us. She gripped it, drove first spade. Together, then. Ral watched Mercer's humans improvise, sandbags layered with brute armor plates, tripwires laced across no man's. Your doctrine adapts everything. Standard infantry. Mercer cited the new line. Enemy adapts too. Scans pinged. Grask's main force probing flanks. Night deepened. Sarava leaned close, breath warm on his neck. Fleet shadows on orbital, synod yields ground concessions? Mercer nodded. We hold ridge, they fold. Her claws squeezed his. Steel met scale again, not treaty, trust. Grask's roar echoed distant, reinforcements cresting. Mercer raised his rifle. Sectors locked, good, here they come. Explosions lit anew, but the line held, competence spoke. Grask listened. Mercer slammed the tent flap shut behind Sarava. Dust swirled in the hollow globe's blue glow. He thrust a data slate into her claws. Prisoner intel. Grask's officers cracked on fuel caches. Read it. Sarava's golden eyes flicked across the screen. Scales along her neck flushed deeper azure. 3 captured Cathari separatists, mid-rank, snarling in the holding pen outside, had spilled under human stress positions and truth serum darts. Routes marked in red. Narrow ravines snaking from orbital drops hidden under camouflage nets. These are guesses, she said. Claws tapped the slate. Grask rotates them, I bargain better. Mercer crossed arms, rifle still slung hot from the ridge fight. They talked, we hit tomorrow, your call on depth. She straightened, diplomatic robes torn at the hem from digging revetments. No, I face them. Extract precision. He nodded once, grabbed the comm. Ral, bring the officers, restrained, now. Marshal Keth Ral strode in minutes later. 3 prisoners shuffled behind, wrists bound in mag cuffs. Bruises bloomed on their hides. Ral's crest flattened, wary. Captain, Ral eyed Sarava. Lady Vaughn in interrogation, synod protocols, peace holds on results. Mercer pulled a field chair for her. Your diplomats shine here. Sarava stepped forward, voice cut like a vibro blade. Officer Tarsk, you served Grask's 3rd Lance. Speak fuel Truroots or your clan loses fleet pardons. The lead prisoner spat. Von traitor, Grask shatters your bond marriage. Humans die screaming in mud. She leaned close, claws extended, not touching. My marriage seals concessions, yours, clan debts to Ilix Sorn. He whispered your names. Pay now, primary cash at Vale Ridge, secondary at Broken Spire. Vectors? Tarsk's mandibles clicked, sweat beaded his frills. Vale, yes, Spire forks east, drops every 48 hours. Grask's armor waits there. Sarava turned to the second. Vexer. Your patrol logged ghosts, confirm loads. Vexer growled low, Ral tensed, hand on pistol. Loaded heavy, plasma cells enough for ridge push. Vexer glared at Mercer. Your soft skins held once, Grask floods next. She pressed the 3rd. Lurak escape codes. None, Lurak bared fangs. We break free, gut your human pet. Mercer's jaw tightened, he stayed still. Sarava's tail flicked signal, he keyed a stun prod, zap, Lurak slumped. Enough! Sarava synced the slate. New lines overlaid, exact ravines, drop timings. Supply hard exposed, Grask starves without. Ral exhaled sharp. Precision beyond scans, lady you turn captives to blades. Mercer snatched the slate, pulled up overlay maps. Joint strike, human squads flank ravines, your lances hit drops orbital synced. Sarava's roots lock it. Fingers flew. Hollow bloomed, assault columns threading choke points, demo charges at caches. Human fire teams in kill zones, Cathari heavies covering high ground. Ral leaned in, crest rising. Human doctrine, probes, then crushes. Grask expects fleet strikes. Ground war, Mercer marked rally points. We own dirt. Sarava scanned the plan, claws hovered. This commits treaty forces, Synod hesitates. Your intel, your sign. He slid the stylus, eyes locked. Team it or symbols die, her gaze held. Warmth in the gold, she signed, flourish bold. Ours, dawn broke cold, Mercer gunned the lead hover tank. Assault column rumbled, 20 humans in scout rigs, 50 Cathari lances in stride mechs. Sarava rode shotgun, harnessed tight over scales, rifle across her lap, his spare. First ravine, 5 click, he glanced. You sure? Her claws gripped the dash. Grask's vein, we cut it. Ral's voice crackled comms. Captain Mercer leads, Lady claims Vanguard, Synod broadcasts live. Sarava keyed open channel, fleet relays hummed. Coalition hears, I ride with Captain Daniel Mercer, my partner. Our marriage forges victory, watch competence claim peace. Static hissed, then cheers, human whoops, Cathari roars. Illick's Sorn cut in, image binds, but results seal. Mercer smirked, throttled up. Ignore. Eyes front, Vale Ridge loomed, camonets draped over pits. Drones buzzed guard, Grask's patrols, 10 mechs infantry screens. Contact! Mercer's gunner barked, autocannon spat, first mech crumpled, legs sheared. Sarava sighted her rifle, crack. Patrol leader dropped, helm pierced. Flank teams, go, Mercer ordered. Humans darted, low crawl, grenades arcing. Cathari lances bounded, plasma lancing high. Enemy reacted, roar built. Grask's reinforcements poured, armored column, 40 strong. They adapt, Ral yelled, pincers. Mercer vectored. Sarava marked cash, she popped hatch, stood tall, laser pointer stabbed the net. There, demo teams, humans sprinted, aliens laid suppressing fire, lance bolts melting enemy screens. Mercer covered, rifle barked precise, 2 insurgents down, explosion ripped. Cash bloomed orange, fuel cells chain detonated. Grask's column faltered, mechs grinding halted. Sarava dropped beside him, fired burst. Secondary, broken spire vector, he nodded, grabbed her arm, pulled behind revetment. Shrapnel whined. Together. Ral's mech thundered past. Humans turn route, Grask flees, column pushed. Humans cleared trenches, bayonets flashing, efficient. Cathari heavies smashed remnants. Sarava matched Mercer's pace, chlorifle combo dropping threats. At Spire Fork, second cache ignited. Grask's supply roar silenced. Mercer wiped soot. Sarava leaned in, breath synced. Claws laced his gloved hand. No words. Broadcast drones hovered, capturing. Back at ridge, Ral saluted. Captain Lady, Grask sues terms, your team rewrites war. Consul Illick's arrived orbital shuttle, smiled thin. Broadcast gold, marriage myth made real. Mercer squeezed Sarava's hand. She met his eyes. Not myth, us. Grask's envoys landed under white flags. Ral marched them in. Mercer stood flank. Sarava center partner claimed. Warlord Grask Ul glowered from Hololink, tusks scarred. Vaughn, your human tricks caches, fleets wait. She stepped forward, Mercer's presence solid beside. Tricks, competence, sign peace, or columns march your heartland. Grask's eyes flicked, wary on Mercer. This soft skin leads, Mercer spoke calm. We do, silence stretched. Grask grunted. Terms, accepted. Screens lit, treaty renewed. Ral's crest spiked triumph. Later, tent quiet. Sarava traced Mercer's arm, dirt under nails. You demanded my signature, why? He pulled her close, scales to skin. Symbols break, teams hold. Lips met. Human firm, alien yielding, no cameras, just them. Outside, engines revved, peace dug in deeper, competence spoke loudest. Grask heard, everyone did. Mercer slammed the breaching charge against the bunker's outer hatch. Explosives cracked, shrapnel pinged off his visor. He rolled through smoke, rifle up. 2 Cathari insurgents lunged from shadows, tusks bared, plasma claws extended. Mercer fired twice. Center mass, they crumpled. Clear left, he barked into comms. His squad fanned in, 4 humans, 2 Cathari heavies under Ral's lone. Boots crunched gravel. Air stank of ozone and burnt chitin. Private Lena Ruiz flanked right. Contacts ahead, Cap. Thermals show 20+. Mercer nodded. Grask's surrender was a feint. Envoys signed prelims, then his bunkers went dark, hiding reinforcements. Ral's scouts confirmed. Power grid central, deep in complex alpha. Cut that and Grask's heartland guns silence for good. No more ambushes on treaty convoys. Stack on the junction, heavies suppress the choke. Ruiz, demo on my mark. They advanced. Laser fire stitched walls. A Cathari heavy, Sergeant Vor, unleashed his cannon. Beams vaporized a barricade. Insurgents scattered. Mercer pushed forward, chlorifle hybrid barking. Sarava's gift from the Spire raid. Human rounds punched armor, her claws shredded joints. Efficient. Explosion rocked the tunnel. Ruiz's demo blew the power vault door. Mercer charged in. Consoles sparked. Grask's techs whirled, 4 aliens unarmed but scrambling for alarms. Down, weapons down! Mercer leveled his rifle. They froze. One raised claws. Vor's cannon hummed. The tech dropped. Mercer scanned readouts. Main conduits glowed red, overload primed. He slapped the emergency cut. Lights died. Whole complex plunged black. Emergency klaxons wailed distant. Comms crackled. Ral's voice, Captain Mercer, grid status? Down, bunkers blind. Push the secondaries. Affirm your raid. Flawless. Mercer ignored the routine op. Squad, med check, secure prisoners. They dragged Grask's techs out. No kills needed. Power loss forced hands. Hours later, Ridge Command tent buzzed. Mercer cleaned his rifle. Soot flaked off. Sarava paced nearby, claws clicking. Broadcast drones hummed overhead, capturing every angle for the feeds. Grask's full envoys huddled under guard. Ral stood tall, crest flared. Sarava's comm chimed, her scales rippled anger. Consul Ilix, here, now. Mercer glanced up. She'd mentioned whispers, Sorn cutting back-channel deals with Grask's faction, profiting off dragged war. Sell peace public, fuel chaos private, shuttle engines wind outside. Ilix Sorn strode in robes, crisp, smile oily. Witnesses flanked him, 2 aides, Ral's aides, Mercer's squad. Sarava had planned this. Lady Vaughn, Ilix purred, treaty shines, marriage broadcasts. Save it. Sarava thrust a data slate. Hollow projected, encrypted logs, Sorn's sigils on arms shipments to Grask. Your stability funds insurgents, back-channel treason. Ilix's eyes narrowed. Fabrications, coalition needs. Mercer rose slow, rifle slung casual, his presence filled space. Ilix flicked gaze wary, humans didn't posture, they acted. Sarava stepped closer. Witnesses confirm. Logs time-stamped. Ral, Marshal Ral growled. Verified your shuttles dodged scans. Ilix paled. This fractures, arrest him. Sarava nodded to guards, claws snapped cuffs. Ilix snarled, dragged out. Mercer met her eyes, pride swelled quiet, she'd outplayed the courtier. No blood, just proof. Drones captured it all. Feeds would explode, Peace Bride cleans house. Grask's bunker survivors marched in under white flags, ragged column, 200 Cathari, tusks low, wounds seeped. Warlord Grask Ul linked from his Heartland flagship, hollow massive. Scars twisted his maw. Mercer, Grask rumbled. Your raid guts us, power gone, columns poised. Mercer stood flanked to Sarava, squad at ready. Surrender terms stand, full disarm, no reprisals. Grask's eyes bored in. Soft skin mercy, my warriors break chains later. Ruiz shifted. Vor rumbled low. Mercer raised hand, calm. Mercy now prevents blood debt. Med teams incoming. Your survivors heal, join reconstruction. Fight again, we end it. Silence. Grask scanned the prisoners, starving, broken. Cathari honor weighed kin alive over pride dead. Terms, binding. Grask grunted. Hollow winked out. Mercer keyed med channels. Doc Hale priority on Grask's wounded. Triage all, no exceptions. Hale's voice, copy cap, human norm, aliens call it miracle. Vor clapped Mercer's shoulder. Heavy grip shook plates. Captain. You treat foes as allies unborn. Cathari doctrine. Learns today. Mercer shrugged. Practical, dead enemies breed grudges. Sarava squeezed his arm, claws gentle through glove, heat shared, final accord chamber gleamed sterile. Coalition reps ringed the table, Ral signed first. Grask's proxy next, trembling claw. Sarava center, data slate in grip. Mercer watched from side, her partner now not prop, she scrolled clauses. Paused at marriage line, arranged union for stability. Pen scratched, rewrote. Mutual pact equals in peace and defense. Reps murmured, Ral's crest spiked approval. Sarava met Mercer's gaze. Witness, he stepped forward, sign beside, human scrawl firm. Equals, stylus clacked, accord sealed. Drones word triumph. Outside, engines idled. Columns dug in, not for war, patrols, peace rooted. Tent private later. Sarava traced his scars, rifle calloused hands. You chose mercy, Grask tests it. Mercer pulled her close, scales cool against skin. Mercy with teeth, they know we mean it. Lips met. Human steady, alien fierce, breath synced, no broadcasts. Comms pinged faint. Ral, Captain Heartland skirmish, Grask loyalists rally. Mercer broke kiss, rifle ready, Sarava's claws laced his. Together. Always, war's embers glowed, competence and trust fanned them cold, or so they hoped.